Grammatica regular preterite. Make sure to copy these into your grammar notes. Before we get into the preterite tense, let's review the present tense. AR verbs o, as, a, amos, on. ER verbs o, s, e, emos, en. And IR verbs o, s, e, emos, en. Verb conjugations in the preterite tense. This tense talks about events completed in the past. It's the past tense in Spanish. Let's start with AR verbs. The endings are e, aste, o, amos, aron. In the past tense, I spoke, you spoke, he, she, you formal spoke, we spoke, and they spoke. Notice accents over the E in hable and the O in hablo. Next, for ER verbs, the endings are E, accent over the I, iste, io, accent over the O, imos, and ieron. I ate, you ate, he, she, you formal ate, we ate, and they ate. Note the nosotros form ends in imos. And last, for IR verbs, the endings are exactly the same for ER verbs. E, iste, io, imos, ieron. Salí, I left. Saliste, you left. Salió, he, she, you formal left. Salimos, we left. And finally, salieron, they left. At this time, students, please copy all of this slide. Once again, please copy all of this slide. Otros ejemplos. Other examples of verbs in the past preterite tense. Let's look at cantar, sang. Canté, I sang. Cantaste, you sang. Cantó, he, she, you formal sang. Cantamos, we sang. And cantaron, they or you all sang. Note the ending for the nosotros form is exactly the same in the present tense for AR verbs. Another example of an ER verb, corrí, accent over the I ran. Corriste, you ran. Corrió, accent over the O, he, she, you formal ran. Corrimos, I'm a West, we ran. Corrieron, they or you all ran. And another example of an IR verb, escribir, in this context, wrote for the past tense. Escribí, I wrote. Escribiste, you wrote. Escribió, he, she, you formal wrote. Escribimos, we wrote. And finally, escribieron, they or you all wrote. Note escribimos ends in imos, same as in the present tense. At this time, students, please copy all of this slide. Once again, please copy all of this slide. While looking at sentences used with the preterite, there are always words and context that tell you to use the tense. Here they are. Anoche, last night. Ante anoche, the night before last. Ante ayer, the day before yesterday. El año pasado, last year. And ayer, yesterday. Some more words are el mes pasado, last month. El sábado pasado, last Saturday. El viernes pasado, last Friday. La semana pasada, last week. El verano pasado, last summer. Cuando, when. And de repente, suddenly. With these words, notice any time they're followed up with pasado, that means last, use the preterite. Next up are words that tell a sequence of events in the past. Primero, or para empezar, first, to begin. Luego, later, or then. Después, after. A continuación, next. Por fin, and por último, last. Here are some questions that you can use in the past tense. ¿Qué hiciste? What did you do? ¿Qué hizo? What did he or she do? Ya, which means already, and todavía, accent over the I, still yet. At this time, students, please copy all of this slide. Once again, please copy all of this slide. This concludes this session on grammar notes for the preterite.